I filtered the search results from Amazon for the best baby toys for 6 to 12 months and ordered 5 of them to share with you today. Hello everybody and welcome back to part 2 of my Amazon top rated baby toys series. If you haven't seen part 1 for baby toys for 0 to 6 months, then I will link that video for you up here and down in the description below. Do go and check that out because lots of those toys are also relevant for the 6 to 12 month age range, which is what we're looking at today. All of these items are linked in the description down below, so if you want to buy any of them, then go down and check that out after you've watched this video. First up, we have these. These are the Munchkin bath bobbers and I think they are great. They are really inexpensive. They were only £6.75 for both of them and they got 4.5 stars on Amazon. The thing I like about them is that they're really hard wearing and durable, so that means that if your baby picks them up and starts to chew on them, which let's face it is all they want to do when they're between 6 and 12 months because of those teeth, then they will be safe for them. They've got these weighted bottoms, which means that they're fun to play with out of the water because they're like those weeble wobble toys that you can push over and they'll bob back up again, but obviously great fun for the bath too. Not only are they fun to look at, but these are really great developmentally because they move around as the babies try to get them. If your baby is at the stage where they're sitting up in the bath or they have a bath support seat which helps them to sit up, they're really great because they can have a go at reaching out and grabbing them. The toys will move around, making it more difficult, which improves your baby's hand-eye coordination and their accuracy too. Of course, you don't just have to play with them in the bath, they could be used in a play tray as well, and that would be a really fun activity. Next up, we have these. These are the FisherPrice stack and roll cups. They were £10.64 on Amazon with 4.5 stars again. We already have quite a few stacking cup toys, so I was a little bit dubious as to whether these would be any better, but actually they are brilliant because they have so many different uses. They come with this little shaky ball on top, which is quite cute, and then they stack like this for storage, which is nice, and then of course you can separate them out, turn them over and stack them up to make a tower. The really cool thing about these is that you can get 2 of them together and then join them together and they make a ball. These balls are really great fun because they have holes in them so that you could put scarves if you wanted to, sensory scarves or other pieces of material in there to pull out. They're really nice and lightweight. They roll around really nicely and they take a fair bit of force to get apart, which means that they won't just keep falling apart as they roll around. Next we have these Tippy Ocean Pour Stack Cups. I think that's what they're called. Ocean Stack and Pour Cups. These are $11.99 on Amazon and they're actually rated 5 stars. I was quite excited to get these because we don't have a great deal of bath toys, and Finley, he's my 2.5-year-old, really loves tipping and pouring water at the moment, so I thought that these would be great for Rupert, who's my almost 6-month-old, and then Finley as well. I have to say that I was a little disappointed by them, mainly because they have holes in the bottom of them, but every single one is the same, and I thought that it would be a nice difference if they had different types of holes in the bottom. The pros are, of course, that they stack in a nice way, which makes easy storage and also adds an extra element of play when you're in the bath. You could also pour water into the top and let the water run down through the whole thing and then come out the bottom, which is nice as well and good for problem solving and critical thinking. They have these little handles on them which fold down and fold back up as well. That's always a nice added element for babies that like to open and shut things. And they are easy to clean and won't collect mildew, which I think is something that's really important and something that I personally look for when I'm buying bath toys for my boys. The next 2 top rated items are things that we actually already own. This Funtime pop-up farmyard toy is $8.99 and had 4.5 stars on Amazon. I actually bought this for Finley after seeing how much he loved playing with it at a local playgroup that we went to. You often find these at playgroups and in cafes that have toy sections for babies as well. They're really popular. And so we bought this for Finley in the Christmas actually after he just turned 1, and he still really loves it. In fact, it took him a little while to work out exactly how to use it independently, which means that it's a really nice toy that will last for a long time because you can do it together initially and then as the babies grow they can learn how to do it themselves. So the idea is that there are animals hidden inside these little sections here, and then you have to use the buttons or the toggles or the levers to pop the animals up. So they work like this, and some of them are easier than others, like those 2, and then this one in particular is quite a challenge, and those are really nice. And then of course they can push the animals back down again. So really good for working out how to use their fingers and their fine motor skills. Great for colour, great for number because they have little numbers on the top. Great for talking about different animals and animal sounds as well. And for $8.99, I think it's a bit of a bargain. I will get on to sharing my personal favourite baby toys in just a second. But before I do, I will share with you the final top rated toy from Amazon. And it is one of these. These are by Tony and they are the Hide and Go Squeak eggs. We're actually missing an egg there. They do get lost, which is one of the downsides of them because they have little parts. But the idea is that they have these little eggs and you can take the shells off and reveal the little chicks inside. The chick's cheap. And they're nice because when you take the eggs out, they've got shapes on the underside which match the shapes in the egg box. So a nice matching activity. All of the little chicks are different colours, and then you can put these eggshells on any of them, but you can also match up the colour of the little face on the eggshell with the chick. And then of course they come in this nice box, which technically keeps them all safe inside, but as I said, ours do tend to get lost quite often. They are $7.98 on Amazon and have 4.5 stars. Now onto some of our favourite baby toys. These are toys that Finley used and loved and that we will definitely be using with Rupert as he grows into that 6 to 12 month age bracket. And the first thing I have to share with you are actually musical instruments. This is one of our favourites and it is a cage bell. The reason that I love these so much is that they're big enough for adults to hold in their hands. So if you're singing or playing music with your child, then you can easily have one as well. And they're great for little ones to hold in their hands. They're not too heavy, so they are easy for even young babies to hold, but they're still robust and sturdy, especially if your baby ends up putting this in their mouth to teeth with, which of course they can do. They make quite a nice little sound. Loud but not too loud and not too annoying. The other handheld instrument that we use a lot is one of these little guys. These are little wooden maracas and they are perfect for little hands. These used to be really popular in the baby and toddler classes that I ran, and for one main reason, and that is that they are brilliant for teething. Babies absolutely love to put them in their mouths. They're super easy to clean. It's just one piece of wood and then obviously painted with different designs. You can get them in all sorts of different designs. The slight downside to these is that they don't make an awful lot of noise. I don't know if you can even hear that, but the plus side is that they definitely won't annoy you. I am going to share with you two of our favourite books in just a second, but before I do, I will share with you our last baby toy that we love, and it's also actually a top rated toy on Amazon. Now the reason I didn't feature it in the other top rated toys was because they're actually out of stock, it seems, on Amazon at the moment. However, I'm sure that you can get them in other places, and I'll have a look and link somewhere in the description down below that you can get one of these. They're called O-balls and it's just a ball obviously with a lot of holes in. This one has a little shaky smiley face in there, but they don't always have them, sometimes they're just empty. These are really great for babies because, as you can see, there are multiple different ways that they can grab them. They can squeeze them. They're quite soft and flexible. Obviously wouldn't break if it was thrown. Rolls really nicely. Great for teething because they're kind of a rubberized texture. And then what I love about them the best, ta-da, is that you can put things like this inside, so scarves or pieces of material, and then your babies have to work hard to be able to pull them out. Now obviously I just put one in there, but you could put multiple different scarves or pieces of material in and the babies can have a go at pulling them out. You can even teach the babies how to push them in themselves, which brings about lots of brilliant fine motor strength, practicing that hand strength, pincer grip, all those great things that will help them with their weaning and eating as well, and just great fun for them. It has just gone incredibly dark outside. I think it's going to pour with rain, but I am pushing on and I will continue filming these last few products for you, so I'm sorry about the lighting change. I am planning on getting some studio lights hopefully soon, and if you would like to support me in enabling me to buy the studio lights, then do make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really does help me a lot. It helps YouTube to know that my videos are interesting, that people like to watch them. I hope that you do, and in turn pushes them out to more people, which ultimately, hopefully, one day will come back to me and help me in running this channel and bringing you lots of free content. The last two things that I have to share are books. The first one is this book. If your baby loves Lift the Flap books, which I'm sure they will, because which baby doesn't love Lift the Flap books? These are brilliant because the flaps are made of felt. Babies can do it themselves and you don't need to worry about the babies ripping the flaps. The felt just means that they are really hard wearing, and one of the other fun parts is that every book finishes with a little mirror, which of course your babies will love looking at themselves in. Where are you? There you are! Who is that? Is that you? These range between £4 and £6 on Amazon, and they have 5 stars. And then the very last thing I have to share is one of these. These belong to a really great series of books. This one is Farm Tales, but you can get kitty tales, puppy tales, pet tales, jungle tales, lots of different books with different animals in, obviously. And then the fun part is that they have all the different tales of the animals sticking out there. It's one of these great crinkly books, so really nice for babies to get that sensory feedback from. Lovely for them to put in their mouths and teeth with if they want to as well. It comes with a little Velcro hoop on the top here, so they're great for hooking onto the side of a pushchair if you're going out for the day and you don't want it to drop on the floor. You could use it on a high chair as well. I hope that this video gave you some good ideas for toys for your 6 or 12-month-old babies, whether you've got birthdays or Christmas coming up, or you just want to get them a special treat. Would you like me to do another one of these videos for 1 year plus or even 2 year plus? Do let me know and I would be happy to make those for you. Keep on watching by clicking into this playlist here, where there are tons of different ideas for play with your baby. If you would like daily play ideas and updates, then do join me over on Facebook or Instagram, and the links to those accounts are down in the description box below, along with the links to all of the products that were featured today. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Bye.